Hello there, you're watching Nightline. I'm Anita Wu. The top stories today. Outbreak of Wuhan coronavirus, Malaysia on high alert. And Datuk Sri Ahmad Mazlan, Tan Sri Syariah Abdul Samad to be hauled to the KL Sessions Court on Tuesday. Our headlining story, response teams at all international entry points and health facilities across the country have been placed on high alert following an outbreak of a mystery coronavirus in China. In a message posted on his Facebook page on Monday, Health Director General Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said that all the health units nationwide are standing guard to safeguard the country from the mysterious pneumonia which first emerged in the Chinese city of Wuhan. He said that at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport Health Office, for instance, thermal scanner desks and health quarantine centres are now in high surveillance mode. Previously, Dr. Nur Hisham said that the ongoing influenza outbreak in Malaysia is under control and not linked to the Wuhan virus, and that the Health Ministry is closely monitoring the situation both within the country and abroad. Meanwhile, China on Monday reported that a mysterious SARS-like virus has spread across the country, including in Beijing, with a third person confirmed to have died and nearly 140 new cases announced. In Wuhan, the central city where the coronavirus was first discovered, local health commission said at least 136 new cases were found over the weekend, with no details given about the person who died. The figure brings the total number of people having been diagnosed with the virus to 201 in China, with 9 in critical condition. Health authorities in Beijing's Daxing district said 2 people had travelled to Wuhan, were treated for pneumonia linked to the virus. They are now in stable condition. Wuhan is a city of 11 million inhabitants that serves as a major transport hub, including during the annual Lunar New Year holiday, when hundreds of millions of Chinese people travel across the country to visit family. South Korea, in the meantime, reported on Monday its first confirmed case of the new coronavirus that has broken out in China. The country's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, KCDC, said the patient is a 35-year-old Chinese woman and resident of Wuhan, China, who flew from Wuhan to Incheon International Airport on Sunday. She was isolated upon entering South Korea with symptoms including high fever and was identified in the quarantine phase. KCDC said those that have come in contact, including passengers and aircraft crew, are currently being investigated. It also raised its infection alert level from attention to caution following the first confirmed case of the virus, and will expand its monitoring. South Korean city and provincial governments will operate an emergency quarantine system around the clock, including during the Lunar New Year holiday, which begins later this week. Malaysia can achieve the objective of being a developed country earlier than 2030 if it applies 5G technology properly for development. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad believes that the vision can be attained much earlier through the next generation wireless technology, as it can significantly boost productivity and efficiency. Tun Dr. Mahathir said 5G technology is very comprehensive, as well as provides a vast amount of information that can help the people make faster and more accurate choices.
Malaysia should be better administered because of 5G, because things will be done much more efficiently and done by people who are knowledgeable. If you don't have the knowledge, you can always access people with the knowledge. So in all, I think if we apply 5G properly, the development of Malaysia will take a much shorter time. Maybe not 2030, maybe 2035, we should have achieved our objective of becoming a developed country.
He also hopes that everyone will learn how to make use of 5G, as the environment is totally different, unlike before, especially in the fields of medicine, education, agriculture, city management and security. Tun Dr. Mahathir was speaking after conducting inspections of the 5G demonstration sites at Pulau Langkawi, which was selected as a pioneer location for the project before the commercial rollout of the technology in the third quarter of this year. One of the sites that he visited was the 5G Control Centre at the island's Land and District Office, which manages the smart city aspects of the 5G usage, such as smart traffic lights and parking. He also visited the 5G Command Centre at Langkawi Police Headquarters, which, among others, uses facial recognition to identify potential suspects. The Prime Minister's two-day visit to the island was in conjunction with the official launch of the 5G Malaysia demonstration projects on Sunday night. On another matter, Tun Dr. Mahathir has rejected assumptions that Pakatan Harapan would be a one-term government. He said that despite the ruling coalition's recent losses in by-elections, it does not necessarily indicate that the pact would lose the next general election.
Ya, kita kalah dalam 3-4 pilihan raya kecil. Tetapi itu tidak bermakna kita akan kalah dalam pilihan raya yang besar. Itu Reuters punya pendapat. They are entitled in this free world. They are entitled to their opinion. But my opinion is different. Saya tak tahulah macam mana orang boleh terpengaruh dengan seorang yang even now is facing a trial for cheating, for stealing money. Ada orang punya anggap orang ini yang terbaik. Kalau dia nak orang ini balik, okeylah. 15th election, pilihlah, ambil. Lepas tu jangan harap dah Pakatan Harapan nak ambil alih semula, nak betul semula.
150 containers of plastic waste weighing about 3,737 tonnes have been sent back to its 13 countries of origin since the third quarter of last year. Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Minister Muhyiddin said the cost of returning the containers was fully borne by the importers or shipping companies. Yeo said the containers of plastic waste, mainly from developed countries, were shipped back to their point of origin via ports in Klang, Penang and Sarawak.
Ini adalah kali pertama dalam sejarah kita berjaya menghantar secara berskala besar, ya, tanpa melibatkan kos kepada kerajaan. Kerajaan Malaysia memandang serius terhadap isu kemasukan sisa plastik haram ke negara ini dan akan mengambil tindakan yang sewajarnya untuk memastikan bahawa Malaysia tidak menjadi tong sampah dunia.
She added Malaysia will also be sending back a total of 110 containers of plastic waste weighing up to 20 tonnes each back to their countries of origin by the middle of this year, also without the government having to pay a single cent. She said this to reporters after supervising the repatriation of the containers at the North Butterworth Container Terminal on Monday. Yeo said the government will also launch an action plan on illegal plastic importation next month that will help the different agencies to coordinate enforcement and speed up the process of returning the waste. It was reported that dozens of recycling factories, many operating without a license, have cropped up in Malaysia since China issued a ban on foreign plastic waste in 2018. However, a lot of the imported plastic scraps were contaminated and of low quality, non-recyclable plastic, which could cause environmental damage. The government intends to forge ahead with its cashless policy within its departments and agencies nationwide. According to Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng, the initiative is currently in progress with Bank Negara Malaysia's affiliate, Payments Network Malaysia Sdn Bhd, or better known as PayNet.
We want to widen the digital payment system. And apart from several of you, I'm pleased to note that PayNet is also working with various government departments and agencies throughout the country.
He was met after the launch of cashless ecosystem for Cyberjaya with Malaysian National QR, Do It Now QR, on Monday. Through this initiative, Cyberjaya will be the first city in Malaysia to adopt a national QR code under the central bank's interoperable credit transfer framework. Currently, 9 banks are already offering Do It Now QR in their mobile banking apps. Over the next 6 months, 23 banks and 4 major e-wallets are expected to implement Do It Now QR. More than 4,000 primary school students across the nation enjoyed free breakfast under the first phase of the Enhanced Supplementary Food Programme, RMT. Education Director General Dr. Habibah Abdul Rahim said among the improvements of the programme was the free breakfast period in schools, which was synchronised to between 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Bezanya ialah kali ini berdasarkan paras garis kemiskinan nasional, kita juga memperluaskannya kepada murid miskin. Ya, jadi lebih ramai murid dapat memperoleh manfaat daripada program rancangan makanan tambahan.
She said this after the launch of the free breakfast program at SK Sri Surya in Kuala Lumpur on Monday. Dr. Habibah said previously children were given their meals during the recess hour. She added there were 20 items on the menu as suggested by the Health Ministry. The program aims to help shape good eating habits among pupils and to monitor their nutritional intake before starting their class each morning. Pontian MP Datuk Sri Ahmad Mazlan and former Johor Bahru MP Tan Sri Shahriar Abdul Samad will be hauled to the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court on Tuesday over money laundering charges. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, in a statement on Monday said Datuk Sri Ahmad will face 1 charge while Tan Sri Shahriar is to face 2 charges under the Anti-Money Laundering, Anti-Terrorism Financing and Proceeds of Unlawful Activities Act 2001. Earlier, Datuk Sri Ahmad, an UMNO Supreme Council member, was arrested at 10:10 a.m, while Tan Sri Shahriar, a former FELDA chairman, was detained at 11:22 a.m. Both were arrested after presenting themselves at the MACC headquarters in Putrajaya. They were subsequently released on MACC bail. The anti-graft body, however, did not elaborate on their alleged offences. Both of them are expected to appear on court at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. The government has received 5 proposals for national carrier Malaysia Airlines. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, in an interview with Reuters on Monday, said that the government will listen to everyone to find out what would be the best solution. In October last year, the government said that Khazanah Nasional had received several proposals from airlines, as well as non-airline companies, to be strategic partners for Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines, which was listed and privatised by Khazanah Nasional in 2014, is still struggling to make a profit. Meanwhile, Economic Affairs Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali said the offers have been brought up to the Board of Directors. He said the government felt that there is a need to look at other views and offers, as the existing offers are not that attractive and need to be studied.
Yang amat berhormat Perdana Menteri ada menerima kunjungan daripada sebuah syarikat antarabangsa baru-baru ini, dan saya telah diminta untuk mengadakan perbincangan susulan dan kita akan mengadakan pertemuan dalam masa yang singkat dan semua cadangan ini akan dikemukakan. I'm hoping that we would be able to conclude the whole exercise as soon as possible.
He was met after witnessing a ceremony to recognise Ramli Food Industries Sdn Berhad as Bank Pembangunan Malaysia Berhad's first recipient of the Industry Digitalisation Transformation Fund on Monday. When asked about a potential conclusion to the exercise, Datuk Sri Muhammad Azmin said he hopes that the government will be able to conclude the whole exercise as soon as possible, as the government wants Malaysia Airlines to be on the growth path to reduce Khazanah's financial burden. PKR Vice President Zuraida Kamarudin has been advised to focus on responding to allegations by the party's disciplinary board without any prejudice. The party's Secretary-General Datuk Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, in saying this, also suggested that Zuraida does not involve others when giving her explanation.
Saya syorkan supaya tumpukan menjawab butiran pertuduhan yang telah dihantar kepada beliau oleh Jabatan Kuasa Disiplin. Okey. Dan semulit-mulitnya beliau tak payah nak ada sebarang prasangka lain seperti yang disebut, dan langkah yang paling wajar adalah bila nanti ditetapkan masanya oleh Jawatankuasa Disiplin, beliau tampil untuk memberikan penjelasan. Itu lebih baik. Kemudian let the due process take place. Jadi tak payah kita nak rasa, oh ada pengaruh sana, ada pengaruh sini, tidak. Okay. Dia cuma fokus kepada menjawab apa-apa pertuduhan yang telah dikenakan kepada beliau.
Zuraida was issued a show cause letter by the party's disciplinary board on January 15th and has been given 14 days to respond. When asked whether any other individuals have been given a show cause letter, including PKR Deputy President Datuk Sri Mama Azmin Ali, Datuk Sri Saifuddin said he did not have any knowledge on the matter. After the break, EMGS chairman pleads not guilty to money laundering charge. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, still on Nightline. Education Malaysia Global Services EMGS chairman Dato' Abdul Rahman Muhammad Sharif pleaded not guilty at the Johor Bahru Sessions Court on Monday to money laundering charges amounting to 150,000 ringgit. Dato' Abdul Rahman is already facing criminal breach of trust CBT charges in Kuala Lumpur. He was accused of laundering 150,000 ringgit by transferring the cash believed to be attained through illegal means to his account. He had allegedly committed the offence on December 24, 2018 at a bank in Johor Bahru. Judge Faiz Ziauddin set February 20th for mention, while bail was set at 30,000 ringgit with one shorty. On January 13th, the accused had claimed trial at a sessions court in Kuala Lumpur to 3 counts of CBT involving more than 178,000 ringgit. The corruption trial of Datuk Sri Tengku Adnan Tengku Mansor was postponed on Monday after he fell ill following a nasty fall in the courtroom last Friday. The former Federal Territory Minister, who sustained an injury on his right knee in the incident, had to undergo a CT scan examination and was given a 6-day medical leave starting January 17th. His counsel, Datuk Tan Hock Chuan, however, said that results of the examination showed that there was no abnormality. High Court Judge Muhammad Zaini Mazlan then tentatively fixed the trial dates on February 18th to 27th and March 4th and 5th. A music teacher pleaded not guilty at the Kuala Lumpur Magistrates Court on Monday over 3 counts of cheating 22,500 ringgit last year. The accused, 22-year-old Desmond Liu Kok Sheng, made the plea after the charge was read before Magistrate Wong Chai Sia. The magistrate allowed the accused to be released on 27,500 ringgit bail and fixed February 18th for remention. Coming up after this breather, freak hailstorms and monster dust clouds batter Australia's east coast. Do stay tuned. We're back with the foreign news now. Thunderstorms and giant hail battered parts of Australia's east coast on Monday after apocalyptic dust storms swept across drought-stricken areas as extreme weather patterns collided in the country. In Canberra, a 15-minute blast of wild weather just before 1 p.m. resulted in wind gusts up to 117 kilometres per hour, while golf ball-sized hailstones smashed through car windows and ripped branches from trees. Across southeast Queensland, 20,000 homes and businesses were without power and 2 train lines were forced out of action during the peak hour rush as a storm front battered the state. Melbourne, which endured its own destructive hailstorm on Sunday evening, was spared from more damage, although the outer suburbs received heavy rainfall. Since October, Australia has been overwhelmed by an unprecedented bushfire season where swaths of the country have burned, hundreds of millions of animals have died, and more than 2,000 homes have been destroyed, with at least 29 lives lost.